Hello.
Sorry.
Hi.
That was an accident. Sorry.
You didn't mean to come up?
No.
Okay, I'll take you down. Don't worry.
Sorry.
You're good. What's up, Jasmine? How tall are you, Coach? I'm 5'9", love. Um, 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 Drink more milk. What's up, Kiana? My boyfriend is 5'6" and I'm barely 5 foot. I don't care about height. I care about intention. Right. And there's some women who like men who are a bit shorter. They exist. Most of you have a marketing problem, right? Like, no matter what you're selling, there's someone out there buying it. I promise you. You get enough exposure, like people are into all types of things, man. All types of things. So, really, for a lot of you, like exposure is the bottleneck. You have a marketing problem fundamentally. Hello, hello, hello. All right. Do you believe in once a cheater, always a cheater? No. Hello.
Hello?
What's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Oh, yeah.
Good, good. What can I do for you?
I just want to like join the conversation that
Do you have a question, bro?
yeah.
Okay. What's your question?
Okay, this is what it is. Um, like I've been in a relationship, yeah, where like I'm from Nigeria, but I'm currently in Barcelona, like Spain.
Okay.
So I had a girlfriend in Nigeria, yeah. At a point, like after I left Nigeria to Barcelona to follow my football career,
Mm-hmm.
she started telling me about homeboy. She like I don't know this guy, and then she told me, oh, she have this new guy, yeah, like homeboy, like homeboy, homegirl thing.
Okay.
And it's something like I'm not really comfortable about. It's something that like I don't really understand why you as a girl. I'm there for you. I don't know why you need another man as a homeboy. It's something that I couldn't really get my head around. I want to know if I was wrong and not like I was jealous, you know, but it just don't like sit well with me on how she was like. It got so bad that if we have an argument, she'll go tell the guy, and the guy would tell her to come and talk to me before we could have an actual conversation. That doesn't suit well with me. Like
Nah.
if we are like she has to verify things from the guy before coming to me.
Okay.
So those were the kind of situation I was in, and few other things that made us kind of broke up. So I want to know if like what you have to say about something like that.
What's your specific question?
Like the homeboy and homegirl thing. Do you think it's something that should like it's like is this something that should happen in a relationship? If I'm with a girl, do I need to have like a home girl?
No.
I don't know
No.
if you get my question.
Not at all. Not at all. How old are you two?
I'm 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 in my early 30s.
Okay. Okay. So no, it's not a good thing at all. Somebody just said in the chat that she doesn't respect you. I agree, 100%. Um, Especially considering that you know, she's letting other people into the relationship. So she's confiding in another man who she met after getting in a relationship with you, right?
Right.
Right. So no, that's grounds for termination, to be honest with you.
Hmm. Yeah, I just wanted to know because I felt like she was like making me feel like, oh, I was overreacting, oh, I was wrong, or
Right.
So I just wanted to like put it in a try to understand more about my decision about ending the relationship because I got really, really uncomfortable with situations.
Right. Yeah, you gotta listen to your gut in those type of situations because some people like they'll try to gaslight you, they'll try to manipulate you, call you the insecure one or the crazy one. So yeah, you did the right thing by ending it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, no problem, brother. Best of luck to you. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, who we got next? Drewski.
Yo,
What's up, man?
all right. So I've been seeing this new girl. Like, probably been on like 3 dates with her so far, and I gotta say, like, yo, the chemistry's there, but I would say like the sexual chemistry is kind of off. Trying to get your takes on it.
Why do you say the sexual chemistry is off? What's lacking?
It's like I want to say the first night. You know what I'm saying? She came to my crib. We was kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Getting to know each other and shit. And I made a couple moves like later on at night, but I say, she was trying to be like a lady, so she was like, all right, yeah, not tonight. And she came over
She's
again,
trying to be a lady. Okay.
kind of the same deal when I was just chilling with her,
Yeah.
bust my move, and we did what we did, but I just took her out tonight. But I feel like the sexual attention is just not there.
What? So you did sleep with her?
No, not tonight.
So you haven't at all?
No, I slept with her, but not tonight.
Okay. So you are having a problem with her performance? Is that what
No,
you're saying?
I say like getting it like flirty, sexy. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm kind of conversing with her, I feel like it's more platonic.
Gotcha. So you already slept with her, but you don't really get like a romantic sexual vibe from her.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you say it's platonic, if you try to go there, if you try to take it there to like a more flirtatious, romantic, sexual vibe, how does she respond? Give me an
I
example.
feel like, I do like small things, physical touch. She's not like against it. She's with it, but I just don't feel like the chemistry as well. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to feel like I'm forcing it. I'd rather it be like we're both comfortable and it doesn't feel forced because I don't want to feel like I'm just pushing up on her and doing
Right.
the most.
Okay. So are you saying that like if you if you try to sleep with her, she'll sleep with you, but she doesn't give you any indication that she's into it?
Yeah, kind of. That's where
Gotcha.
I'm at. Like today, we was just do some regular shit. Like we was chilling at the pool, kicking it. But it was just more so. I just felt like I was just, what I'm saying, just kicking it with her. But it didn't feel
Right.
like, oh, okay, like we romantic. We seen each other.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've been in this exact situation. I know exactly what you're talking about. Some women don't showcase desire outwardly. They
So
just
you
don't.
think it's like up to me to kind of
Yeah,
flash it and make
y'all might just not work,
yeah.
right? Like some really do not showcase desire outwardly. Internally, everything's running.
Mhm.
Internally, everything's ready to go. But outwardly, they don't show.
Okay. You think I should just like kind of end it, or should I kind of? I mean, it's not. It's like the only thing that kind of catches me is like, okay, she's cool, and like if I don't text her, she'll just like call me. Like she does all the little things. Like she'll call me, she'll text me, and do all that. But then it's just like in person sometimes.
Yeah,
I feel
she's
like,
showing you every indication that she's into you.
yeah.
And that's why it's so fucking confusing.
Yes.
Right? So
literally.
it's like people in the chat saying that she don't like it, they don't understand. They never had this experience. I've had this experience. I know exactly what you're talking about. Because
Yeah.
I was also confused. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Everything else is a go.
Mhm.
But yeah, some are just like that. It's like a nervous system thing, man. Some will just go into like that freeze state and they just if you try, it's fine. If you
Yeah.
escalate, they're right there with you. Right? But they're not going to show any signs though. And it's like it can feel, if you're okay with that, that's cool. But it's if you need that, or if that makes you feel weird, maybe you can talk to her about it. And maybe you should, if like everything else is a go, like y'all really connect and stuff like that. Maybe it's something she can grow into, or she can start leaning more into. Sometimes fearful avoidant women are like that from like an attachment perspective.
Yeah.
It's like, it's almost like, the way I understand it is, I'm not saying all women who are like this fall into this bucket, but like sometimes fearful avoidant women don't want to be rejected, so they never put themselves in the situation where they're like showcasing that desire. They'll follow your lead though, but they're never going to like show it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So you can talk to her about it a little bit and see where her mind is at, and lead it with curiosity. Don't have like an air about you that is accusatory, like you're accusing her of something, or critical, right? Just like, oh yeah, I noticed this. Is there like anything I could do to make you blah blah blah? Right? Just have like a very safe conversation about it. But if this is something that you get a vibe like is not going to improve, then you have to make a decision like, okay, well, because it probably, it's a new experience for you, but then it also probably impacts the ego a little bit, right? Where it's like you want to feel like Shorty wants you, and she does. That's why it's actually happening, right? It's just not overtly communicated. So I would start with a conversation and see, and then if it doesn't improve from there, if you don't see any effort, then I would rethink the connection.
Okay. What about like, in terms of like, not even like game, but just like, am I being passive? You think I'm being a little passive with her, and that's why she's kind of like trying not to, initiate?
In what way are you being passive?
I don't know. Like, I feel like the first night, maybe I was a little, kind of overly flirty, and I didn't want to like disrespect her as a lady, so I was just like, yeah, we don't got to do nothing tonight, and she was cool with that.
Right.
I let it calm down after a couple of days because I didn't know like what her vibe was after the date. So I was like, all right, cool. And I just hit her back probably like 2 days later. I'm like, yo, what's up? Oh, you've been on my mind. And, we linked again and we did what we did. But it's my third time seeing her. And I'm like, I'm not like quite sure on the vibe, but I'm not sure if I should continue to force it or just like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you're not forcing it, right? You're not forcing anything. It's just, give it a bit more time.
Yeah.
Give it a bit more time. See if it's like just early jitters. And because y'all did kind of escalate kind of quickly. You said y'all went for it on the second day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it could be that. How old are you two?
27.
Okay. She's 27 as well?
She's 24.
Okay. All right. She's on the younger end. Yeah. Give it another shot. See, because that was y'all's first time getting it in. So she may have a bit more comfort with you now, that you might see another side of her, or it might just be the exact same way, right? If it's the exact same way, then I would say have a conversation. If the conversation doesn't seem to change things even slightly, then rethink it.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Ben. Yeah, I appreciate you.
All right. Keep me posted, bro.
All right.
All right. I think Bobby had that exact same situation. Bobby called in and asked that same question right after I had an experience with it. I was like, oh, okay. Connor, what's going on? Whoa, hold on. My bad, Connor. We muted you by accident, brother.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
No, I thought I would poke your brain just a little bit. I mean, people are very flaky. That happens. Like I had 4 dates set up, and only one of them showed up this past week, which sucks, but it happens,
Mm-hmm.
But also, like in texting, like I'll get numbers and I'll text them, but eventually I pretty much quit double texting almost entirely.
Okay.
And some of these girls will randomly send me pictures or they'll say, "Hey, what's up? What's going on?" You know, and I'll reply back and I'll try to set up a date. But eventually, once they stop replying, I stop reaching out, and then communication just dies now. Because I'm not the one trying to keep it going if it dies.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm also running through a lot of women that way. Like, I have a lot of numbers, but they're just not going anywhere now because I'm not doing it. But also, because I'm thinking, well, if they liked me, they would keep it going. I wouldn't be the last person I wouldn't always be the last person that messaged something.
Right.
So I don't know what you thought or what you do. So,
And these are women who you haven't had a first date with?
these are women that either I haven't had first dates with, I've hooked up with maybe a time or two. Maybe we've been talking for a week or two on an app, and then I finally got her number, or maybe we just went on a date or two. Yeah, just kind of all over the place.
That's a
but it's
mixed
always the same
bag.
thing.
But where's the majority of it coming from?
I'd say majority of it is before the first date. There's a ton of ghosting and
Right.
not replying back.
Right. Okay. Do you have like a strategy that you stick to, like venue, day of the first date, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I always try to get them to go to a bar that we can actually hear each other speak. You know, the bartender knows me because I do go there a decent amount. And I have a very set up the whole time. I have a time. I even always say like a 6:32. I always give them like an odd time, and some of them think it's weird, but a lot of them laugh at that, and they're like, "That's crazy. I love it." So yeah, I always have like a strategy.
Okay. Like, what about the day that you go on the date?
It's usually just I used to say usually we can just go get drinks.
No, like the day.
Sometimes I go get
What?
food or we play
No,
a
no,
game.
no. That's not what I'm asking. The day of the week.
Oh, the day of the week.
Yeah.
I try to set up most of the dates Monday through Thursday.
Okay. Got you. Okay. Well, you have your ducks in a row. This is just expected variance, brother.
Yeah.
Because you're dating primarily through a dating app, right?
Pretty much all. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few bartenders I've made out with and gotten numbers to that don't go anywhere, but yeah,
Right,
pretty much
right.
everything else is a dating app.
Yeah, it's just dating app variance. You have to understand, like, you have to look at the landscape, right? These women are matching with tons of men. The moment they match with someone who is more their type, that's where their attention goes.
Yeah.
Right? I'm sure you do the same thing. Like, you probably match with a ton of women, then it's like, you know, the blonde who got like the bust, big breasts. Like, okay, that's where my attention is going now, right? Just it's human nature. That's why I'm just like, I'm not big on dating apps for that very reason. But like, that's part of the con of dating apps is people will flake on you the drop of a dime, right? Because there's no hit to their reputation that occurs. Like, if you met this woman in a social setting, like y'all have mutual friends or something of that nature, she's less likely to flake because like y'all have mutual connections, right? Dating app, I don't know you, you don't know me, I don't know anyone in your world, you don't know anyone in my world. So if I flake on you, literally nothing bad is going to happen, right? So that's just part of it. There's not really much you can do. Like, you know, I've had clients who try to schedule first dates on like a weekend, and we've improved their close rate by like not trying to do the weekend first date.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, it's dating apps. That's the problem, and they're getting worse, by the way.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, dating apps are getting worse.
The flake rate has increased year over year. Definitely.
Yeah, because people are tired of it, both men and women, right? Men are tired of like getting flaked on, and then women are completely overwhelmed. They're burnt. Their nervous system is burnt out on dating apps because of all of the men trying to give them attention. So they're suffering in a different way.
Men throwing their sausages at them left and right.
Right, like if a woman entered a room, and there was like 1,000 men in the room trying to get her attention, she would get the fuck out of the room. Right? Like, that's what she would do in real life. So it's like, that's what's going on in the dating app, right? So it's like, it's just worse. It's getting worse and worse year after year. This is how fast it's shifted. I've done this dating coaching thing for a little over a year now. First 4 or so months, I would recommend dating apps for my guys, especially guys who didn't have experience, because it's the fastest way to get experience. Now, I don't even recommend dating apps anymore. I don't even recommend them. Like at best, you can use it to like supplement your strategy, but it definitely shouldn't be the focus because like, are you wanting something? Are you just trying to get notches, or are you like wanting something like a serious connection?
I mean, it does kind of depend on the girl, how the vibe goes. Like, I'm like, okay,
Right.
this girl,
But
she's
ideally,
super fun.
ideally, what are you looking for?
I would prefer more of a long-term relationship. I've
Gotcha.
already hooked up with tons and tons of women, so I'm
Right.
kind
So,
of ready to.
but
calm
that's
down.
the best you're going to do on dating apps is hooking up, for the most part. Like it's the bottom of the barrel, bro. The people who stick around are like the most traumatized people. I'll put it that way.
Right. I mean, that's why I keep matching with the same girls year after year.
Right. So it's like if you're optimizing for a long-term commitment, relationship, marriage, all that kind of stuff, the last place I would tell you to focus your time and energy is a dating app. It's the absolute last place.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm trying to go out to bars a little bit more with some buddies and see what we can do, just to get out a little bit more.
Bars are probably the equivalent. Well, bars, it's like it's not traumatized, but it's women who are, generally speaking, this is not everybody, obviously, but it's novelty seekers. Women who respond to like high stimulation, right?
Right.
So it's still going to be the archetype of women who are more likely to hook up with you. You don't really hear people talk about how'd you meet your girlfriend? Oh, we met at the bar, right? You don't really hear that. I'm sure it happens, but like odds are it's probably not going to happen that way, right?
Well, damn, I gotta go find somewhere else to meet with.
Yeah, bro. That hobbies are a great thing. Clubs. The king is starting your own events. I just had a conversation earlier today when I was on live. Told the guy the 2 strategies to implement. The best strategy, if you're a man and you want the highest quality dating options you will ever find, is if you are the leader of the social hub. If you are having some sort of event and you're the reason why everybody comes together, you will never have another dating problem.
Yeah, when I was getting booked more for comedy, I did have random girls just be like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'll be like, "Oh, hey, what's going on?"
Right. Right. That's it. That's the game. Most guys aren't going to do it, so you have a competitive edge because most men not confident enough to try to pull something like that off. So it's the best strategy.
Uh-huh. I will try to get booked a lot more often then. Thank you.
All right, brother. Best of luck to you, man.
You too.
All right. PJ, what's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yes. How are you?
I'm doing great. I have a question. I'm 56 years old. I know I don't look like it. I'm 57. My husband been deceased for about a year. Is it too early to start dating? It's a crazy world out here.
How long were y'all married?
25 years.
You ready already, huh? Okay. All right. No, I mean it's not too early.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not.
Sometimes I think I am, and sometimes I think I'm not, because I'm basically learning how to be by myself.
Okay.
Just learning to be by myself. But you just want somebody to talk to sometime.
Yeah.
At my age, I'm settled.
Okay.
My excitement is going to church and grandkids.
Okay.
And I'm settled, but it's a crazy world out here.
Uh-oh. Let's give her a second to come back. I don't know if she's watching Tom and Jerry over there or what. Something goofy is on the TV, though. I can tell you that. Something really goofy is being watched. PJ, you still there? Shorty watching Animaniacs. PJ. Okay, she dropped. All right. Aura, what's going on? My bad. Muted you by accident. What's going on?
Yeah, hello.
What's up, bro?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Thank you, very good. I have one question. I experienced in a relationship, in the first place, everything was good, but after some times, she get cold. Also, I want to know what you think, how important to communicate with a phone. Is it good or bad? I mean, how it, when you in life, when you are not together, I mean, when you communicate with a phone, is it makes bad behaviors or what do you think? Thank you.
Are you saying that when you're not together and you communicate over the phone, is that good or bad?
Yeah.
I would say it's good. Why would that be bad?
I mean, maybe I made mistakes with the communication with the phone.
What mistakes have you made?
Actually, I tried to joke. She maybe don't get it.
Okay.
So with the communication, you have to joke.
I mean, yeah, if you're not funny, I would definitely not joke. But listen, man, it's fine. Sometimes it's not gonna go over well. But that doesn't have anything to do with you communicating over the phone. Like that doesn't. If you say a joke and it doesn't land, that doesn't mean like, well, I shouldn't text on this phone anymore. It's like, no, that's not the takeaway. Okay. So what was your main question here? Was that your main question? Or did you have another one?
Yeah, I struggled with the text, because I don't have a problem with meet humans, but it not get along, no. So I try to fix it, and I work on it.
Are you saying?
Thank you, what are you doing? Because you usually help.
Okay.
But it's still, I'm in process,
Okay. Gotta be honest, or I don't know what we're talking about at this point.
It's about how to behave with to get married. How to get a relationship to get married, and what you will say about it.
How to behave to get married?
Sorry
Brother.
for my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. I get it. I appreciate you having the humility to ask the question, man. But I'm trying to work with you. I don't really know how to answer that because it's too vague of a question. Like you asked me how to behave to get married. Like I don't know how to answer that because it's not very specific of a question. It's like 100 different answers you can receive with that.
Okay, got you. I don't want to take your time because most of others is waiting.
Okay.
So,
Or I appreciate you. You're very respectful. I appreciate it. Just DM me your question, okay?
Yeah.
DM me your question, and I got you covered. All right.
Thank you very much.
All right, brother. You take care. All right, Chris. What's going on?
Yo, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's up, man?
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Great, man. How are you?
Oh, man, I'm trying to hang in there. So basically, I'll make it quick. Me and she's my ex now. We dated for 6 years, and after we broke up, we both agreed, like, hey, like, we're still cool with each other. Like, there's no bad blood, this and that. Reason why we broke up is because we just kept arguing so much, and I myself as a man, I can admit that I've done like the last like 2 years of the relationship. I've done so much to like push her like off of me. Like there'd be times where she would want to talk on the phone at night, and I would just be doing something else, or I wouldn't want to talk. And so just looking back, I just kind of regret it, just because obviously all she wanted was just my attention, and I kind of pushed her away, and like I said, we had good times and bad times. So so then after that, we were cool, and we both promised each other that we wouldn't date someone else or talk just because we both felt like it was too long or it was too short to do that. And my thing is, we both still have feelings for each other. Like her family tells me, like, yeah, she still talks about you, this and that, but she still wants to be single. And so we were broken up for 5 months now. And my thing is, I'm ready to love again. I told her, like, one night I went to her house. I said, hey, like, I know like my past actions like weren't really up to like your request, and I'm ready to love you a different way. And like anything I tried to do lately, it just wouldn't, like, she wouldn't budge. Because I don't blame her. Like dating for 6 years, like when you're finally single, it's like, yeah, you can go do what you want,
Right.
and stuff like that. And so now I actually found out that she claims they're just friends, and I actually found out that she is texting this guy and hanging out with him, because one day I went to her house and for her pops, and I had to drop him off some clothes and stuff, and I seen the thing is, I know who the guy is that she's texting, and the thing is, I seen his car at the front of her house, and so obviously I'm still broken by it. It's like damn, like like now like another man's getting her attention, and so
Right.
what I'm trying to go with this is, I personally feel like I don't have a right to get fully upset, because at the end of the day, she was tired of our relationship, and I admitted to my mistakes, and I don't blame her. But my thing is, after the promise that like we both made to each other, like, and I told her, I said, hey, like, I personally believe like a man and a woman cannot be friends.
Right.
And she doesn't want to believe me, and I just told her, I said, hey, like, what's up with you guys? And she just denies. And so I just told her, I said, as long as he's in your life, like, I feel like I just can't speak to you or see you no more. So, like I said, I'm glad that I admitted to my mistakes and I changed my ways. But yeah, she doesn't want to get back. And so what I'm trying to say is, what can I do now at this point? Because everyone was telling me just do no contact, eventually she'll come back to you. But my thing is, even if we do no contact, I don't believe that I should take her back, because we still see a future. She told me the other day, like, yeah, I still see kids with you. I still see marriage, all this and that, but I just can't be with you right now. So, yeah, that's what I'm just trying to see. Like, one, do I have a reason to be upset? And two, what else can I do to get over this hump?
Okay. Why did y'all break up again?
We argued way too much. Just silly arguments, and then emotionally she was just checked out, and that's why we broke up.
When you say that you were honest with her about your mistakes, what mistakes are we referring to?
but some mistakes, like, you know, there'd be times where, like I said, she would want to speak on the phone at night, and I would push it away.
Okay.
Obviously, I never physically abused her or anything like that, but just emotionally, you know, I can admit, like, I just wasn't there for her, like, especially the last year of the relationship.
Okay.
So
Why weren't you?
yeah,
Why weren't you there for her?
I'll be honest, I just was living in the moment, and I just didn't. I don't know why. I just wasn't there for her. Obviously, I 100% regret it, but yeah.
But in what way were you not there for her?
I believe just how to explain it. When she needed somebody to lean on, especially like conversation wise, I just wasn't there for her because she's a type to where she would love to talk on the phone even for hours.
Okay.
Like we can sit there and we could just talk on the phone for hours. So yeah, everyone was just telling me like, hey, like just, you know, no contact, stay out her way, and just see if she comes back. She doesn't.
Hold on. So like y'all were together for 6 years. So for 5 years, you were there for her, like you talked on the phone and stuff like that. But then the last year, you just stopped.
Yeah, last year I was just, like I said, I was being dumb. I can admit it.
No, but we got to get to the core of that. Like the dumb is a cop out. Why were you not doing it? I feel like you know the answer to that question. So why were you not so available?
I just saw that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a tough question.
But we got to get to it though, right? Because it's like if you couldn't magically be with her, if you don't know the reason why you distance yourself, then it's plausible it would just happen again, right? So we got to get to the reason why.
And well, yeah, everyone's saying cheating. I've never cheated on her. I've never hung out with a girl. I've never texted another girl.
Okay.
But I just kept seeing past her. I prioritized more friends and like family and stuff like that.
Okay. Were you just bored with the relationship?
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't bored.
Okay. Did anything significant happen to lead you to creating some distance?
No, if I'm being honest. I just think I got just too comfortable. Like she's there for me. Like I know she's still gonna be here. Like I feel like I got cocky, if I'm being honest.
Okay. So you stopped putting in effort because you felt like it was a guarantee.
Yeah, because I just personally, I just felt like, hey, oh, okay, like we argued one night, and then I would just tell myself like, yeah, she's gonna be there tomorrow, you know, in the morning. I kind of got too comfortable, you know, too cocky.
I get it, man, but it's still not satisfying of an answer, because it's like if you're in a relationship with someone who like you enjoy their presence, right?
Yeah.
You don't just say, okay, I'm not gonna really talk to that person like that.
Yeah, I mean, in person, the dates, everything, we would not argue at all. Like we were more better in person than texting on the phone, and we both said like yeah, like conversation is just like dry on the like texting and stuff like that. But like as soon as we saw each other in person on the weekends, it just there was like really no arguments.
So were y'all arguing more over the phone?
Yeah, we definitely 100% argued more on the phone.
Did y'all that last year were y'all arguing more than usual?
Yeah, at least once a week, twice a week, and it would be dumb stuff like social media, you know, just stuff like that.
What about social media?
Just like I didn't have. Obviously, I didn't have. I don't know if I can say the word. Just P-star. Like I didn't have none of that on my Instagram, but I did have friends. I had friends from high school who were girls on my Instagram. I had them there for years. Okay. And obviously, like her seeing other girls, like, oh, who's this and that, like just asking questions. It was just social media just caused arguments. It was dumb. Just like, oh, who's this? Did you guys ever do anything? This and that.
That's kind of late though. 6 years. If you were friends with them since high school, that's not an argument you have 6 years into a relationship. Assuming you've been friends with them on social media since high school, right? So you don't just randomly sit into a relationship, start having that type of argument. So
yeah,
what happened to lead up to that argument?
I think it was no trust. we both said to each other that later on in the relationship that she had no trust in me and I had no trust in her.
What caused the no trust?
I'd say like I'd probably say what caused no trust is just her like seeing girls on my phone, and obviously I wasn't messaging them, but it was just like little stupid stuff.
Stupid stuff like what?
I just think it's dumb, like arguing about, oh, who's this guy on your phone and who's this girl on your phone, and yeah.
Okay, so you had women in your phone.
Yeah, not texting though, not texting. But I've had like women like all over, like on my social media. But and there was people that I knew. It wasn't just like random girls on the internet.
Why didn't you trust her?
I just feel that I wasn't man enough to just get over the fact that like, hey, like she's beautiful. You know, guys are gonna like hit on her and stuff like that. And I just like the little thoughts that were in my head just kind of got to me.
Okay, I gotta be honest with you, bro. I feel like you're not telling me the whole story because it doesn't make sense. I don't know if you're new here, but like we really get down to the nitty gritty here. Everything you're saying doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't follow a timeline. I've been in long-term relationships. You don't just magically start fighting over women who've been following you on Instagram since before you met your girlfriend. That argument would have happened a lot sooner in the relationship, not 6 years in. You also don't magically lose trust 6 years in, right? So there's something you're not sharing. I don't know what it is.
Well,
but
no, I never, like I said, I never cheated on her. I've never went to go meet up with another girl. But
okay.
I just think it was just a little things, just like adding people that I knew and like they would DM me, but I wouldn't DM them back. And obviously her seeing that, it's like, oh, who's this? Like, and then it's just questions after questions. But
okay,
yeah,
okay. Still feels like there's something missing, but we'll put a pin in that. So the question is what to do in this situation. So she's already dealing with somebody new. How long have y'all been broken up?
4 months.
4 months. Okay, out of a 6-year relationship. And you say you know the guy she's dealing with?
Yeah. Well, I knew him. I used to see him at the gym a lot, and then once he found out that she was single, he took me off all social medias and he stopped talking to me. So I kind of see how he was moving.
Right.
You know, obviously can't be mad. I respect game, but yeah. So he started to act different. He took me off all social media, and then he DM'd her and stuff like that.
Did she know that y'all had some sort of like connection?
No, she didn't know that. She didn't know that till afterwards. Like, cause she told me like, how did you meet him? How do you know him?
Okay.
And
go ahead.
Yeah, no. So my question is, obviously, like she told me the last time I went to her house, like, yeah, I still love you. I still see a future with you. I still want kids with you, but I just can't date you right now because I'm still emotionally hurt. And so obviously I respect it, but I'm just saying, do I have a right to get upset that obviously she moved on?
I mean, you can get mad. You can't really control your emotions, right? Is it justified? No. But I mean, like it's you can't really say, oh, I shouldn't be mad right now. Like anger is going to do its thing, right?
Yeah.
What's underneath, I always say anger is a secondary emotion. So what's often underneath anger is grief, sadness. So you're really just sad over the situation. It's manifesting as anger. So what she's telling you is essentially her just trying to give herself the best like strategic advantage, which is I'm gonna have my fun. Worst case scenario, I can always fall back on you.
Yeah. And it was just funny because she started talking to him in February, but the 4 months we were broken up, October, November, December, we were cool. We were still seeing each other. Obviously, I was still doing favors for her, like her car, working on her car, stuff like that. We were cool. Everything was cool. Yeah, like we did still have sex. Obviously, like we were just doing everything. But once she met him, she swore up and down that they were just friends, and she stopped like talking to me, hanging out, like everything. And she would just keep telling me that, oh, I can't, like that wouldn't be right. I can't do it. And so once that clicked in my head, I said, yeah, like you have feelings for him, or
Right.
and you like him, and she just keeps saying no. But I feel like obviously she doesn't owe me the truth, obviously.
Right. Yeah, it's a done deal at this point. Um, only saving grace is if he's not taking her seriously, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, it's I would move on in this situation.
Yeah, and it's been 3 days since I've talked to a couple people, and they said, dude, just do no contact, just leave her alone, just don't talk to her. It's been 3 days, and she's been calling my phone, and oh, like, like you're not gonna call me back, like okay, bet, and then like just throwing like little shady stuff, and I realized that she knows that she has me in the palm of her hands, and that if she would call, I would pick up. So now that I stopped doing all that, and I'm actually starting to ignore her, it's bugging her and it's bothering her. But then it's like you don't, like you're still getting upset, but you don't want to get back with me. So
Right. Yeah. There's still some emotional residue there. It's only been 4 months. She's not over the
yeah,
connection yet. But I would move on.
yeah,
I would 100% move on. I know you don't want to, but I would 100% move on from this situation and go ahead and do the work on yourself. Whatever you didn't share in this conversation, 'cause you definitely didn't share everything. Work on that, and try to position yourself to have a better connection in the future. I wouldn't really, I wouldn't really pursue this anymore.
yeah,
It'd be a waste of
okay,
time, right? Like she's gonna try to tell you whatever you need to hear in order to keep you around. But if
yeah,
whatever situation she got going on, if it plays out, best believe she gonna lock in with that person.
yeah. So, and I just told her, I said, hey, like, like I could see right through him, like cut him off, like he's not your friend, like. And I told her, I said, it's just kind of weird that
Hold on,
he stopped being.
hold on. You dirty macking that? What you dirty macking for? Listen, she told you that was her friend. That don't mean that was her friend.
Yeah,
That's what she said. You're engaging her being deceptive, right? That she
yeah,
that was never her friend.
yeah,
He didn't just meet your ex and be like, "Hey, let's be BFFs." No, that wasn't the situation. She was telling you that to make it seem like a harmless connection. All right?
yep,
Okay. So there's no need for you to waste energy saying he's not your friend. Like I'm sure in her mind she's like, "Clearly he's not my friend. Like I'm seeing him after you leave." So, yeah, I would move on from this situation, brother.
okay, for sure.
Okay?
Yeah, so I haven't talked to her in a couple of days, but I mean, yeah, I'm gonna just start doing my own thing.
Yeah. I wouldn't
All
talk
right,
to her anymore. I wouldn't try to have a friendship or anything. Just clean cut. No dealing with the family, none of that other goofy shit. Just over with, moving on.
yeah. So it's just funny because her sister tells me, yeah, she still looks at pictures of you, this and that. Like, okay, you're doing all that, but like you just don't want to do anything no more. But yeah, so, but I
Yeah,
hear you out though.
that's just emotional residue, brother. That don't really mean
Yeah,
anything. That ain't gonna stop her from getting in another relationship. Okay?
yeah.
Okay? So yeah, that's it, man. Best luck to
All
you,
right,
yo.
man. Yeah, I appreciate you. Yep.
No problem, Chief.
All right.
Oh man, that's a rough one. That's a rough one. Yeesh. Heather, what's going on?
Hello. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing pretty good. So I don't know. I don't want to like take up too much time, but long story short, I have been seeing somebody for about 5 months now,
Mm-hmm.
and before him, I've been single for like 10 years. Um, I was in a pretty bad relationship 10 years ago, and I think it just kind of affected me so much to where I just didn't want to deal with anybody for a while. So there was things that I needed to work on within myself. And so I just made the decision to remain single until I did that. But he came into my life. I actually worked with his mom at the hospital that I worked at, and she introduced me to him. And so I wasn't even really looking. He just kind of showed up at my doorstep, basically. So I wasn't really taking it serious at first, but then, I don't know, we ended up connecting pretty deeply, I think. I definitely fell for him more than I anticipated. And a problem with me is I tend to, which is something I'm still working on, I tend to not see people at face value. Like I see their potential. And that's gotten me into trouble plenty of times in the past. He has a lot of things that, like, he needs to work on and things that concern me. But I've kind of overlooked it.
Okay. What's the question here, love?
What?
What's the question here?
So my question is, so he's been kind of hot and cold, with me sometimes. And, I just noticed that, like, when we started using the L word recently, and like before we get off the phone and everything, and I notice when he's around like certain family members and stuff, he kind of is hesitant to say it, and I don't know, it's just kind of different when it's just me and him versus around certain family members. And so
what's the question, love?
My question is the hot and cold, basically, I mean, am I overthinking it? Do I need to talk to him about it?
How long have y'all been dating?
About 5 months.
5 months? And when did y'all start saying you loved each other?
Literally like a couple weeks ago.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're overthinking it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're looking at how he engages you around his family as a representation of how he feels about you. You're like scanning for evidence that he cares about you.
Yeah.
So it's mostly a you issue.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's good to know. That's good to know.
Absolutely. That it?
All right. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.
No problem, love. You take care.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right, Saho, what's going on?
Hey, yo, man, what's up?
Chilling, man. What's up with you?
I'm good. Can I turn on my camera?
Yeah, just don't be weird.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Just a second. Yeah. Actually, I'm quite young guy, even though I have the beard. So I generally wanted to get some questions to be asked to you because, first of all, I was quite new into this relationship stage, you know.
Okay.
I'm only 19, by the way.
Okay.
So I have a couple of questions because my experience is not big. I have like 6 or 7 months since I started, you know, get to the girls because first of all, the story is like I've been very, very overrated. I was like 270.
Hold on.
Somebody.
Yeah, I took care of it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was like very fucking sorry if swear words, but I was like very, very overweight, you know. So the dating was kind of the picture, you know. So when I started, I noticed like, is it too much to ask for a girl to not have any male friends? First of all, like I found that quite, you know, normal thing because I do not like that. You know, I see what happens in my friend circles, you know.
Right.
So when I did and when I talked about my friends, they were like, no, bro, like what? A lot of them were disagreeing with me. So, you know, I was wondering about that because, you know, I can tell you my backstory if you want, but like it's not good to be honest about that.
Gotcha. So your question is it too much to ask for a woman to not have male friends?
Yeah.
Not at your age. Like at your age is pretty much the standard. It's very
Think so?
hard. Yeah, yeah. It may be like differences culturally, but I know in America, right? Like 19, 20, 21, that's pretty much the standard. I'm not saying all of them have male friends at that age, but I would say the majority of them do.
Yeah. And I have one more question.
Okay.
Um, you know, I've been, listening to a lot about this topic in general, and a lot of the guys were saying like even if you get in a relationship, like, and even if it's going for a quite a long of time, you still kind of have to have some element of mystery, even though it's like 1 or 2, year of relationship, and you know, and sometimes you need to act like a little bit of an I don't want to say like an asshole or manipulative, but like in some way, if you get too comfortable or too easy with them, they will use you essentially, and they will take advantage of you being good after some time, and getting relaxed with them. So
Not necessarily. That's like a half truth. So like there are some women who would do that, right? The first half of what you said, I agree with. You do want to in a relationship, it's always good if there's more and more of you to discover, right?
yeah,
It's always you should be always growing. You should still like reserve things in your inner world just for you, right? So that's a good thing. Um, but this idea of if you're, I guess what you're saying is if you're vulnerable, they'll take advantage of that. Is that what you're basically saying?
kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like the
Okay.
context
That
of it.
does
Yeah,
that does happen. Don't get me
yeah,
wrong. That does happen. But the mistake is in thinking that that's something that you'll experience with all women, right? That's someone
yeah,
who like there are people who act in good faith and there's people who act in bad faith, right? You can make the argument that most people act in bad faith, or at least a lot of people do, right? Both
no,
men and women.
because I have, sorry if I'm interrupting, but
Go ahead.
like I have my friend, who has kind of similar story to me. He was overweight and shit, and at 16 years of old, he had like his big love. He loved this girl so much.
Right.
I cannot show you how much. And
Right.
then he got like cheated on, like fifth month into the relationship, I think. So after that, he was like, he changed his whole look about the woman. He became
Right.
total asshole. And actually, that shit worked. Like he got a lot of girls. He did a lot of things with them. And have like right now pretty successful relationship of like 1 year right now.
How old is he?
And yeah, and like he's doing pretty well, and he's doing. I look at it and I get disgusted at some things because like, what the fuck is he doing? Like that's an awful thing, but he's doing it.
How old is he?
20.
20. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is gonna be controversial, what I'm about to say. The younger you are, the more the red pill shit applies.
I'm not really familiar with the term, but
So like those manipulative tactics, the looking at people like one dimensionally, the younger
yeah,
you are, the more that applies because people are operating out of their ego. So when they're young like that, they don't have a fully formed identity. They're not really psychologically developed. So everyone's playing ego games. You'll be in high school with a girlfriend and she may leave you because you got beat in a race.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like the younger the people are, the more those dynamics are obviously at play, right?
yeah,
Now, as you get older, people start to become more psychologically developed. They start to mature. They develop a more grounded identity, right? So
yeah,
your cousin was 16 expecting his girlfriend to act like a grown woman.
yeah.
Like at
Pretty much.
16, people who are 16 typically cheat on one another. If they have the access to do so, they
Yeah,
haven't,
I think it was like with an ex.
right,
So
yeah.
it was
They don't
like,
have the life experience to know like to have a bit more self-control, right? So you can't even put that on somebody, right? So it would be a different story if they were like 24, 25, You know what I mean?
Yeah. Pretty much,
Um,
yeah.
so yeah,
Maturity.
so
Yeah.
so you don't, ultimately you don't have to buy into any kind of advice that you're going to be taken advantage of. What you should focus on is knowing how to tell the difference between someone who would do that, a woman who would take advantage of you, and a woman who
Yeah.
wouldn't.
So can you help me to get like signs of that? How can I recognize that? You
Yeah,
know,
so like look and see if she acts in good faith, right? Is she vulnerable? Is she someone who is, do you see her being deceptive? Do you see her attempting to manipulate people? Is she clearly, do you notice her lying to other people, right? Um, does she seem to have good character? You know,
yeah.
if you see those type of traits, then that's less likely to occur, right?
Yep. Pretty much.
So,
Yeah.
so that's how you want to view the situation. So it's not, oh, I can't do this at all. It's no, I need to pick the right person to show this side of myself to. Make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah, it does. It does, but like, it's pretty difficult because I know, like, the first girl I ever liked in my life, whole, like, she had this persona of great girl, never had a boyfriend. She was basically an angel walking.
Right,
Like perfect one. Best grades. A lot. You couldn't find the wrong thing about it.
right,
Basically,
right,
but it turned out actually it was a mess, manipulative, a lot of bad things. But if you look at her friends, maybe that's the clue I missed because, like, there were some friends that were, I don't know about the right word, promiscuous,
hmm,
in a way. So, yeah, maybe that was the only clue. But, like, I was shocked when I find out,
right, right.
a
As
lot
you,
of bad things said about me, but I tried. I honestly had best intentions. I helped her a lot in some situation, but I found out that I was used in a way.
right, right. As you have to get experience to kind of like see those patterns. Okay.
Yeah,
So there's no book you can read. There's no advice that you can receive that's going to like prevent certain experiences. But when you go through them, just try to learn whatever lesson is trying to teach you and apply it. But I gotta move on, brother. I got a line building up. But I wish you the best of
yeah.
luck. All
Thank
right.
you, bro. Appreciate the advice. Been a
Absolutely, bro.
quality time. Take care, bro.
All right. Take care, brother. All right. Miss Fam, what's going on?
Hi, I just had a quick question. So I was dating somebody for about 4 months and everything was going good. He was very respectful, very intentional. We went out on a lot of dates and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
But when it hit like the 3 to 4 month mark, I was getting very comfortable with him. So I would try to initiate to move on to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Because he never tried me sexually or anything like that. Very respectful, which I love. And that's one of the things I really liked about him. But I feel like when I was ready, he was a little bit resistant. Like I would try to initiate a little bit. Like I would sit on his lap, I would kiss him, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's shy or whatever.
Ready to
It
throw that
wasn't
ass
really
back. Okay, I see. I see what's going
what
on
you
here.
say.
So you ready to throw that ass back? I see what's going on here.
No, no. But, I was just wondering. My question is, what would make a guy resistant? Because, I mean, we don't talk anymore. We just ended things and it never went there. And we both respect each other. He always said he respected me. So
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know, like, from a male perspective, what would make a guy not go to the next level?
How old are you two?
I am 32. He's 35.
Okay. Hmm. Is he religious?
He's just as religious as me, but he wasn't celibate or anything.
Okay. And y'all dated for how long?
About 3 to 4 months. And he was very disciplined. Like, he's a structured, disciplined guy.
And did y'all have a conversation about this?
We did after it ended, not during.
Oh, so y'all aren't together anymore.
No.
Why did it end?
He said he wasn't ready for a relationship, so.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. But when y'all talked about this, what was his response?
Um, I don't even have an answer for that. It's just weird, right? But it was like, oh, it kind of never went there. I was like, I gave you the green flags. He was like, oh, you did? Like, acting clueless. Like, okay. Yeah. It's
Okay,
weird.
so like you didn't really escalate to a degree to where it's like it's clear.
No,
It was
it
more
was
subtle. Okay. All right. What's his relationship history?
As far as what?
Did he have like a relationship prior to you?
Yeah. He was in a relationship for about 2 years prior to me.
This is very interesting. 35, relationship prior to you, 2 years long. Any kids?
No.
How'd you meet him?
We met at an event.
Oh, what kind of event?
It was like a social gathering. Like, it was kind of like a party, but
Okay.
kind of like a social gathering too.
And what attracted you to him initially?
His patience, his calmness, gentleness.
Okay, so he wasn't like smooth, playful, flirtatious. He was more just grounded.
I think he was pretty smooth though. Like, that's what attracted me, and very patient. Yeah.
Okay. This is a hard one because I don't know. My brain jumps to possible scenarios. One is a STI.
He showed me his full panel.
Yeah, see that now that's out. That was my leading thing.
Yeah, he
I don't
showed
want
me
to
his
jump
full
to
panel.
DL. I saw someone putting rainbows in
No, I
rainbows
don't
in
think
the
so.
chat. Yeah, I don't think that's a cop out. Uh, this is very interesting. 35, you dated for 4 months, and he never tried.
I mean, he was very, like, affectionate and everything, but he always said he respected me. I don't know.
Out the blue, he would say that.
No. We would have, like, conversations, like, maybe I would initiate a conversation about where we were, and I'm like, you treat me very well. He's like, that's because I respect you.
Okay, but y'all never talked about sex in and of itself.
We flirted, but not, like, literally talking about, like, that's the subject.
Okay, so we never had a sexual conversation aside from like light flirting.
Yeah.
I see
And if
people.
you don't have an answer, it's fine.
No, these are the questions that I like because I like trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
This
I
is
mean,
a
it
weird
doesn't
one.
have to be figured out. It's just,
No, this is a game for me. I very
okay.
rarely get questions like this. So it's interesting to see exactly what's going on here. Okay. 3-4 months, 35 years old. You saw his full STI panel. He never ever tried to escalate. And y'all never talked about sex. And the only thing he's ever said to you was that he respects you. And then he ended things by saying that he's not ready for a relationship. When he ended things, was it around the time where you tried to like send him hints?
No.
Okay.
Like, there wasn't anything grandiose that happened that he ended things.
Okay.
It was just like a random day. He didn't pull back or anything.
Did you request his STI panel or did he just like proactively show it to you?
No, I did not request it at all.
He just sent it to you.
I think he just went to the doctor. I'm like, oh, what'd you do today? And we were next to each other. He's like, oh, I actually went to the. Oh, okay, cool. Like the yearly annual type of situation, because I just did mine too, so. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing obvious that's standing out unless like, I guess it's possible that he was actually celibate and then just didn't communicate it.
It's very possible. I did ask, so.
And what did he say?
He said he wasn't, but who knows?
This is so interesting. Chat, what do y'all think? I've only had to call. I've been doing this show for what, like 8 months now? I've only had to call into the chat, phone a friend once.
That's funny.
This is the second time. Chat, what do y'all? It's not gay. I don't think it's gay.
No, overall, I mean, great guy. You know, great guy. I don't really have anything bad to say. It's just
How long ago was his last relationship? Do you know?
I think he said it was like a year or two ago.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not that he didn't like her. They dated for 4 months. He would have been out of there by then.
Yeah, he liked me.
Yeah.
I'm confident of that.
Insecure about his manhood? No, that's not it either. I think he's scared. Pull away. I'm thinking no sexual chemistry. No. Yeah, it could be also that he was dealing with somebody else, but he
That's
was
crossed my mind.
actively sleeping with somebody else, and he's, some people are like that. They don't want to.
Yeah.
Normally, it's women who are like that. Guys tend to not care as much, but there are some guys who are like, if I'm already sleeping with somebody else, I'm not going to sleep with you.
Yeah.
That's possible. That's like that's the only thing that even kind of makes sense right now.
Yeah,
Either
I thought that too. I'm like, maybe that's what it is. Because, I mean, it's not like we were in a relationship. So I'm like,
yeah. The two things is either that or some sort of health issue that affected down below. Those are that's not it. That's not an STI.
That either, because
so you felt a little something going on?
Yeah.
So okay, that's out. That's out. Well, then that's the only thing I got then.
Take up all the time. This is
very. People call in. Oh, they'll ask questions like, "I've been dating this guy for 7 months. He won't commit. What do I do?" I don't like those questions. I like these questions.
They're boring,
These are the more
right?
interesting questions. So it's like, okay, it's not ED. It gotta.
Not
It,
at all. Not
the
at all. Because I
only
mean,
thing.
I've spent time with him. It was 4 months, so we definitely spent a lot of time together
Okay.
in close proximity. So it's definitely not that either.
Do you follow me? Okay, you do follow me. Do you watch this show regularly?
No, this is my first time.
First time? Okay. I do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern Time and 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Come back tomorrow. I'm going to have an answer for you. I'm going to sleep on this shit. Come back tomorrow. I'm going to be obsessed with it until I get something better. Come back tomorrow. I'm going to have an answer for you. All right?
All right, sound good. Thank
All right,
you.
love. You take care.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep on that one. That's going to bug me till I figure it out. Naomi, what's going on?
Hey, so I'm gonna try and keep it as condensed as possible, but I am 23, about to be 24. Never been in a serious relationship, and I know it's scary
Okay.
for me.
Okay.
I know it's not like, oh, it's not normal, but it's scary for me because I know I'm not ugly, and I know that sounds like real conceited to say, but I constantly get told by like male friends of mine, like, you are very intimidating to kind of build me versus from what I've seen and what I've been told. I'm pretty, I'm tall. I like to wear heels, so even if I'm tall, I'm already wearing heels on top of that because I don't care.
Wait. Oh, sorry.
I go to the gym, so I'm in shape, and I'm in school, so I'm smart. And it's like I kind of have my shit together, and every time I talk to someone, it ends up going absolutely nowhere. Like, I'll talk to them for like a couple of weeks or a couple of months. The conversation will be great. We'll meet in person, and then they just stop communicating or they stop talking. And to be quite frankly, I'm tired of that. I moved from Houston to San Antonio, completely different vibes from Houston, but still the same energy in the store, still having trouble settling down. And I don't want that to kind of be like the story of my life in a sense. Like, I do want to fall in love and I do want to build with someone or find that perfect someone because I believe they're out there. I just feel like every single person I encounter, they're just not the ones for me, or I scare them off, and I'm like, I don't know what I do to scare them off.
Okay. So the pattern that you're seeing is, at least when you deal with men who you're attracted to, you'll talk to them for a while, then y'all meet and go on a date, and then after the date, you don't hear anything back from them?
I'll hear back maybe like a couple of days, and then they'll kind of go ghost. And then I'll post a picture of myself or like I'll remind them of my existence and then they'll double back. And I'm just like, no, do not. For instance, I'm going to give my last situation. Y'all bear with me. Mind, I'm only 23. So did I make the best decision? No. Met this guy on a dating app, and I know dating apps is like putting yourself on the clearance rack, and I'm totally not okay with that, but I'm in a new city and I don't know how else to meet new people. So hopped on the dating apps and started matching with people. And of course, if you're on dating apps, you were talking to more people than if you weren't on dating apps. Met this one guy. He was cool. Didn't really pay him any mind. Anytime like we'll talk, he'll just ask me how my day was. We'll have a conversation about life, get deep. He'll send me money here and there. He'll like tell me enjoy my day. He'll send me Bible verses, and I was just like, oh wow, he's different. I think like a week in to us like talking, he asked me to be his Valentine. And I was just like, oh, that's strange because I've never been asked to be anyone's Valentine. If I got gifts for Valentine, it was either from my mom or my dad or like a family member or a cousin or a friend. So it was just like different for me. And I think like 2 or 3 weeks in, we're talking, Valentine's happens, and I can't remember exactly what it was that he did that pissed me off. And like I had took everything he got me for Valentine's Day and I threw it into the trash. And I made a post on Instagram. Of course, I took him off my close friends. I didn't let him see it. But took him off my close friends, posted it on my IG story, and was like, fuck love, I'm done. Was I really done? No. But we ended up making up some way, somehow. I can't remember how we ended up making up again. And then we're getting closer, we're talking, we're getting deep, and we're knowing each other on a personal level. And then I find out he's a drug dealer. And I was like, oh, that makes more sense why he kept sending me money. And to me, it's not like a immediate red flag, although it should be an immediate red flag that he's a drug dealer, seeing as I'm in nursing school. So dealing with a drug dealer while in nursing school is like a no-no. But I kept going back because it's like, although he has all that going on, he's the only one who's like constantly showing up and like putting in effort and like trying to make his intentions known. Oh, sorry, I completely forgot that part. But after our first date, which was Valentine's Day, he asked me to be exclusive. And I didn't say yes, but I didn't say no. I said I was going to think on it because I've never been in a relationship and I have trust issues, and we've only been talking for like, I think maybe we started talking on Monday. Valentine's was on Saturday. And he asked me to be closed off, and I was just like, whoa.
Okay.
It's a little fast. So I didn't know what to say because a part of me did want to be in a relationship really bad.
Okay.
But
okay, so let's go to the present moment. So like you said that you're meeting guys and the ones you're attracted to, you don't see them after the first date, right? Like they don't try to see you
like
again.
the last one.
How many times has that happened roughly?
It's kind of hard to keep count, honestly. It happens every single time, so I've just gotten used to it at this point.
Got you. Okay. And you're meeting these men from dating apps, right?
Some of them dating apps, sometimes it'll be in person.
Okay.
Like I'll meet them at the rodeo, for instance. I met a guy at the rodeo. We went on a date, and I never heard from him again.
So tell me about these dates. What happens on these dates? Like, what do y'all do? What do you discuss? What do you talk about?
I'm like a real open person. Like I can talk about anything. So it can range from like upbringing to beliefs to the future to not like kids or anything, but like what do you see in the future with yourself? Are you like in different cities? To like favorite TV shows, to debriefing, conspiracy theories, anything of that sort. Anything that we can both talk about. That's what we usually talk about.
Okay. Are you questioning them a lot?
Not necessarily, because I don't believe things men say. I just kind of go based off of what they do.
I wish more people thought like you. You're 23, thinking like that.
Yes.
All right. There's women in their 40s and 50s who still haven't learned that lesson yet.
Which is crazy to me because it's like you would have learned after the first 4. But
Right.
yeah, I kind of like watch their behaviors. Like if they're saying, "Oh, what are you into?" and they don't go up to that, like he'll ask me, "Oh, are you into journaling? Or are you into long walks?" And then we'll go on a date and it'd be completely opposite of what he asked me I was into. I'd be like, "Oh, so you clearly don't pay attention. You clearly just like go based off of what you feel, and I'm not a factor," if that makes sense.
Okay. When you make that type of observation, do you share it?
No, I keep it to myself and I just keep a mental note of it. So like when it is time for me to make that decision to walk away or to stay, I kind of factor it in. And if it comes to a point where it's like I have to communicate it to you, or we are at a point where we communicate what we do and do not like about each other, I let that be known.
What do you mean communicate what you do and do not like about each other?
So with the last guy, after he asked me to be official and I never gave him a direct answer, I got a text at 3 a.m. and he was just kind of pointing out my red flags. I was like, "Well, I can't talk to you because you have guy friends in your life." And mind you, my guy friends are usually people I grew up with, like cousins, and I have brothers, and I have trust issues, trusting female relationships, because a lot of the times we'll just like kind of break out or like stop being friends over like the stupidest things. So I'm just kind of like I choose not to keep going back to constant female relationships unless I know like they're not emotionally immature. Because we don't realize how emotionally immature a lot of women are. Like we'll argue and fight over like a $2 bill, and I'm like, it's never that serious. Or like stupid things. I grew up with brothers, so
Okay.
it's like I don't argue over stupid things that most girls would argue over. So a lot of my friends are guys,
Okay.
and we were having issues about that. Me having male friends, and I'm like, I don't think that's kind of your place to say, only because I just met you on Monday,
Right.
and this is kind of like our first date.
Okay. Have you talked to your guy friends and your brothers about your issue? If so, what did they share with you?
I talked to my guy friend. He was kind of like he's playing the long game. He just wants to see if you can really handle his lifestyle. Because
No, I mean this dating issue, not about the other person.
Oh, they just kind of say the same thing over and over. You're very intimidating, so you have to realize, like, a lot of the times, guys can't support your lifestyle.
What do you mean support your lifestyle?
So I'm Nigerian, and I'm the only daughter, so my parents pay for everything, kinda. Like, I don't really pay for a lot of things out of pocket, so I'm just, like, at home studying, or, like, I don't work. So I have a car, I have a house. Anything I need, my parents kind of cover that. And I guess they kind of see it as she's too much to handle.
So you share that with them on the first date?
No, I don't. They kind of see it for themselves, because I would never go, "Oh, my parents handle my bills," or they'll just be like, "Oh, what do you do for work?" I'm like, whatever I feel like doing most of the time. If that makes sense.
That's your answer to that question?
Yeah, because it's like I don't have like a career. I'm building a career right now. So if they ask me what I do for work, I was like, "Oh, I'm in nursing school."
Do you say you're in nursing school, or do you say whatever you feel like doing?
I say I'm in nursing school, but then like, they'll ask me like, "How do you make your income?" And I was like, "Well, my parents support me for one, and I'll do like a couple things on the side. Like, my aunt owns a nursing home, so I'll go there every once in a while and just help her make things run smoothly."
Okay. Okay. And do any of these guys like try to escalate with you? Do they try to kiss you at the end of the date, try to go over to your house, invite you to theirs?
The one before the drug dealer, he did. we came from like the same high school, and we ran in the same friend group, and we met on 2 different dating apps separately at separate times. So Taz came over to mine, and I went over to his, and then he tried to kiss me. I don't know. It was just awkward. Like, he went in for like an awkward hug, and I was just like, "Are you okay?" And we didn't kiss or anything. It was just an awkward hug. And then I never heard from him again. But for some reason, I saw him at a Whataburger right in front of my house about a week later after our first encounter. And for some odd reason, he was there 1 second. I turned around and he stormed out after he saw me.
Okay. Yeah, this is a tricky one. My gut goes with your male friends are probably right about you being intimidating, more so your lifestyle. The only signal that I have that points to that is you're dating guys around your age, right?
Actually a little older, 25 to maybe 29.
Okay. Are they like financially stable?
A lot of them are. One was a pilot for the Air Force. One was a drug dealer. And the other was a business owner. He owned a financial group, but he was Australian, so he moved back to Australia.
Okay. And I'm asking you again, how many times has this happened? You said it's happened a lot, but what is a lot? Give me a number.
It's a new month. So just last month alone, I would say maybe like 8 times.
You going on a date and then they don't follow up with you after the date?
Yeah, like the conversation would just die out, or they'll just come back out of the blue, and then I ask them what happened, or ask them why they would double back. They were like, "Oh, I got busy with work," and I'm like, I don't believe that, because even the busiest people make time for things they care about.
And they double back after you post a picture on social media.
Well, that, or after like a while, like maybe after I post a picture.
Okay.
Because I'm not too active on social media, but every blue moon I am.
Okay. 8 is fast in a month. So most of them came from dating apps?
I would say about 5 came from dating apps and 3 came from in-person encounters.
Okay. Only thing I can give you, love, is that there's something you're doing that's off-putting. The pattern is, it's not, because there's a couple of places my brain would go. It would be like, okay, one, is there like a catfish element to this? No, because you're getting approached in person, right? So it's not anything physical. It's not anything about your aesthetic. There's something going on to where you're being off-putting. Maybe you're challenging them in a way that you don't realize. Maybe you're calling out bullshit a bit too aggressively that isn't calibrated to the situation. But 8 guys going on a date with an attractive 23-year-old woman and then not wanting to see her again is telling. Something is throwing them off. 100%. I was going to say that it could be the lifestyle until you told me that you dated men older who were financially successful, right? Because where I was going before was, okay, the only man that seems to stay around is the guy who probably could afford your lifestyle, right? Which is why he's sending you money. So, like, okay, maybe you're signaling in some way, shape, or form that, you know, that's a requirement, and then he's sending you money, right? But if you're dating like pilots and stuff like that, they can afford that. So it's not just a lifestyle thing. Maybe that's a part of it, but it's not the totality of the issue. There's something that you're doing that is off-putting. And by you not being in a relationship before and not having a lot of dating experience, makes it more believable that there's something you're doing that's off-putting, because you just haven't had the experience of knowing how to course correct in your behavior, right? So I'll just give you like just some general advice, because I would have to like interview the guys you're on a date with to get to the heart of it. But one thing you don't want to do is ever make it seem like this is like a job interview, right?
I don't think I come off as that.
I'm just giving you, I'm not saying you are. I'm just giving you general tips, because hopefully something lands. You don't want to make it come across as like a job interview. So that means like when you sit down, you're not like, oh, are you in therapy? Are you doing this? Like that just kills the vibe, right? The goal of the first date is just to have fun. It's just to have fun and like to get to know the person kinda. And then you get to know them more and more as you go on more dates, right? You're not trying to find out their biggest trauma on the first date. It's like mostly fun. And if we're looking at people as like an onion with multiple layers, we're just trying to figure out that top layer. We're not trying to get to the center on the first date. All right.
I've also been told sometimes I could be emotionally not as vulnerable as some people would like me to be. But it's like, it's kind of hard to be emotionally vulnerable when you haven't given me that opportunity to be emotionally vulnerable.
Right. No one's expecting you to be emotionally vulnerable on the first date.
Not on the first date, just like over time of talking to them.
Right. But
and
like,
it's like, oh, I walked away because I didn't know where you stood.
okay. How long are you talking to them before you go on a first date with them?
It depends. Sometimes it can be like 3 days, a week to 2 weeks. I have a cut. If he takes longer than 2 weeks to ask me out, I just kind of dead it automatically.
Okay. Yeah, you have the right mindset around it. Like, you have a better mindset around it than people twice your age. Some of the stuff you're saying is stuff I had to tell other people to do, right? Who are much older than you. So that's good. I really do think it's going to be conversationally on the date. That's the only thing my brain goes to as to what would be off-putting. It is if a guy is simply not enjoying his time. When I reflect on people I've dated who I didn't want to see again, it's literally just, I didn't enjoy you. This was not an enjoyable experience, right? What would make it not an enjoyable experience? Someone who didn't have a good sense of humor. Someone like if I joked and they didn't find it funny, right? Or maybe they were very sensitive, you know? Someone who was doing like the interview thing that I told you about. Someone who had like a judgy air about them, right? Like if I share my opinion on something, you can feel the judgment seeping out of their pores. These are just some things that would be like kind of a turn off.
So, like, for instance, I'm not saying, like, this could be me seeming judgy or, like, coming off as, like, too much, but I'm more of an adventurous person. So, the last date I was on, we went to go get something to eat, and it was still earlier in the day. It was, like, after church, and it was brunch. And I was like, well, the day's still young. So, I took him to Six Flags because it was right there by my apartment. And we went to Six Flags and just rode on a bunch of roller coasters. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, even after that and laughing and just kind of being myself, I still get shunned. So I'm like, am I being too much of myself on the first date? Like, I don't think,
listen, there's one thing I don't want you to take from this. There's nothing wrong with you. Okay? Because just what you just said, it started getting to like an identity thing. There's nothing wrong with you. Don't even start going down that path. All right? What we're talking about here is like having a bit more finesse in terms of having like women game. Just to I teach guy male game. Like women have a little bit of game as well, right? So that's what I'm talking about here. There ain't nothing wrong with you though. All right? So don't even think I'm even going in that direction. You don't have to hide yourself. You don't have to change yourself fundamentally. Okay? So just really hear me there, because that can make things worse if you start thinking that there's something fundamentally wrong with you. All right. This is just more about like just having a bit of social savvy, right? Even though it's not a job interview, you could think about it like a job interview, right? You go to a job interview with like kind of like a game plan, a little bit, you know. That's kind of how you do dates as well. But you want to. Part of having fun on the date is like if I'm talking to a guy who's going on the first date, make the woman feel good, right? Just make her feel good, right? Be genuinely interested in her world. Validate her when she needs to be validated, right? Pay compliments. Be playful. I would say the same thing is true for you on your end, right? Make the guy feel good. right? If there's a opportunity for a compliment, pay him a compliment. There's an opportunity to be a little bit playful, be a little bit playful, right? Do those things. That's kind of how you even if you don't foresee things going anywhere, that's just a good practice for life when you engage people in general. So make it about them a little bit, right?
Okay.
Just try that out and come back, and
Okay.
we'll get to the core of it. I want you to get a little bit more data based off what I just told you. Come back and we'll go even further with it. All right?
Okay. Do you think I should also text them and ask them why they
No.
stopped speaking?
No,
Okay.
don't do that. Don't do
Got
that.
it.
That's not necessary.
Noted.
All right, but come back for sure. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Love you. Take care.
Thank you.
All right. Aisha.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. What can I do for you?
You know, I don't know. But we're going to try to figure it out.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I was married for 25 years.
Okay.
My husband passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. Almost 2 years ago.
Okay.
And I have not been in the dating scene in a long time. And so recently I decided, okay, I'm going to put my toe in the water, try to figure this thing out.
Mm-hmm.
And well, it's very different.
Right.
Very, very, very different.
Yeah.
You meet someone, you talk to them, you meet up, and the first thing is, you know, can we get in the bed? I'm like, what? Like, you don't even know my last name. Like, I don't understand. And so I start feeling like almost like a prude. Like, am I in a different atmosphere? And late November, I met someone and from a dating app. He wanted to take me to dinner and a movie, and I said, had already had like all these horrible situations. So I was like, can we meet for coffee? So I get to see you, you get to see me, we can have conversation and figure out like, is there any type of chemistry?
Right.
We went, had coffee, and he was nice. We've been talking since. And now I feel like I'm on the opposite side of the spectrum where he's moving so slow. I'm like, okay, so am I like, am I too eager? Should I slow down?
Uh-huh.
But I'm like, okay, you didn't like it when they were too fast. And now here's this guy who's like taking his time, being sincere. Yeah.
How long have you been dating him?
It's been a long time. So.
Right. How long have you been dating him?
Since the end of November.
Okay. All right. So you're about 3 months in, right?
Yeah.
And when you say so, like you're trying to be like intimate, or has he not escalated at all?
At all.
At all. So no kissing or anything like that either?
Like a peck or a peck on the cheek or hold my hand.
And how old is he?
But he's 59.
Okay. You met him on a dating app?
I did.
Was he married previously?
Yes. But he was married like 17 years ago. So he's been single.
17 years.
Yeah. So I feel like we're opposite seesaw. Like I feel like my whole life being married, and he spent most of his life being single.
Mm-hmm. So, but do you still find him to be attractive? Like you're attracted to him?
There's certain aspects of him I'm attracted to, like his heart, his sincerity, his kindness, things like that.
Okay.
Don't do like that.
Certain aspects. All right. Okay. Yeah, it's rough. Your main problem is you're dating from a dating app.
I know.
That's your main problem.
Yeah.
That's the major reason why so many people are complaining about dating is because most people who are actively dating are dating via a dating app.
Yeah.
And like the higher quality people, men or women tend to get on a dating app and then get off within a month or so. The ones who are more, and this is a general rule, it doesn't mean everyone who's on a dating app is low quality, obviously. But the ones who stay up there for months on end are typically like traumatized, or there's just something going on. Right? There's a big reason why they're single. I'll put it that way. There's a big reason why they're single. So that's you're dating in that pool. In the pool that you date in there.
And poo in the pool.
Right. So like that, the pool that you date in matters, right? And there's different dating pools, and dating apps are a specific dating pool. Right? And it's the worst of them all. Right? What's that quote? It's like, if you do things the easy way, you'll have a hard life. If you do things the hard way, you'll have an easy life. That applies to dating. And dating apps are trying to do it the easy way. And in an attempt to do things the easy way, you have a hard dating experience. Okay? So that's the main issue here. So yeah, you're going to find men who either are very attractive and know they're attractive and therefore going to try to sleep with you very quickly because, like, why would I not? Because everyone else I deal with sleeps with me very quickly, right? Or you're going to deal with men who are not very attractive, and you have the issue that you currently have where he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah,
that's me most of the guys.
I'm okay with the pace. Like I'm cool with it. I just sometimes I'm like, does he like me? I kind of question it a little bit.
Right.
Just.
I mean, you can try to just initiate.
I
mean, you could. Like when guys hold back like that, it's normally a lot of the times it's they're playing it safe. They don't know how you're gonna take it. If you initiate it, that will, if that's the reason why, you will make it go away.
Somebody said you should just try to touch it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's up to you. Like, because if you don't want to do that, then you're probably wasting your time with this guy, to be honest with you. But if you did try initiating, he probably, oh, okay. Yeah, I like that. Toot that ass up. Like, that's probably going to be the energy that you get after that, right?
Yeah, and I don't want that. I really don't. And like I said, he's been extremely, extremely kind.
Okay, I bet he
very,
has.
Very generous, buys me little gifts, took me out for Valentine's Day. And so, it's been a long time since, I've had that interaction. So it was nice. I can't lie about that.
Right. So if you don't really feel it for him, then you probably should go ahead and cut it off, so you can like create some space to meet somebody else. But I would definitely avoid dating apps. You're better off. I always say dating problems are downstream from social problems, right? Meaning if you have a vibrant, active, and so like a very like a lot of energy socially, you will naturally have more dating opportunities. And the problem is people treat dating problems like dating problems when they really should be treating them like social problems, right? Treat it like a social problem, you actually will solve it, which means you put yourself in an environment where you see the same people over and over again. That way you can build familiarity with them, and familiarity can open the door to attraction, right? That's why it's easier to date within, like, when you're in school, and when, it's the reason why a lot of people want to date their coworkers is because they're just around these people a lot, right? So you want to intentionally create that type of environment for yourself. And then just meet people, platonic and romantic. Just, again, social. It's a social problem. So treat it like a social problem. And like the more people that you meet, the more people can potentially introduce you to someone who they know, right? So that's doing it the hard way so that you can have an easy life. It's more effort, more work doing it this way. Certainly harder than sitting on the couch and just liking people's pictures, but you get more quality because of the increase in effort.
True. And I like him. I really would like to, see where this can go. I just, my hesitation really is like, is he really feeling me? Because I don't really hear him say it, although, sometimes he shows it in some of his actions, but
Yeah,
we'll see where it goes.
I get it. But like he is, and he's just either afraid or there's something else deeper going on that's preventing him. More than likely, he just is playing things safe.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
No problem. You take care.
You too.
All right, Miss Fora.
Oh, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, how are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing good. So my situation is I have been dating this man since August of last year, and he's older than me, way older than me. He's in his 30s. And I met him at school, and he goes to medical school at the school. And January of this year, I got engaged to this guy,
Mm-hmm.
but he had a situation. So he's from Africa. We're just gonna say Africa, and his mother passed away, and he had a lot of other problems. He went back home for the funeral, and his country ended up getting on Trump's list for travel ban. So he's kind of like stuck in that country for now.
Mm-hmm.
But the school that we go to, the university gave him 6 months to come back because not only is he a student, but he also works there.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem I'm having, and my question is, he has this tendency to ghost me for months or for weeks, and the way he treats me is, he would have meetings all day long and have these other things planned during the day, and wouldn't communicate with me for 2 to 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And he treats our communication like he treats his work. You see what I'm saying? And for Valentine's Day, he wrote me this, like, I guess I can say generic letter that I feel like he used ChatGPT for.
Mm-hmm.
And sent it to me, and I'm like, obviously you use ChatGPT for this. And then he called me, had a short conversation. Of course, we tell each other that we love each other all the time. But I feel like, should I stay and give this relationship a chance, or should I move on? Because I tried leaving him last week, and then we tried to work through it. Then he broke up with me, and then the next day confronted me and told me that when I come into a man's life, I shouldn't try to dictate things or tell him how things should work out. I need to be this way, this way. I need to be his hiding place. A lot of headaches. So I just want to know, is it worth staying with this man? Because I am looking at potential. I am looking at, okay, he's in medical school. He's intelligent. He has this potential. But at the same time, too, I'm looking at my overall happiness.
Right. How long y'all been dating?
Since August of last year.
August of last year. Wow. Okay. How long y'all been in a relationship?
Since August.
Okay. Since August.
Since August of last year.
How long did y'all talk before y'all
Everything
got?
happened in August, and then I got engaged January.
Okay. How long did y'all talk before y'all got into a relationship?
We talked, I think, 1 week.
1 week before getting into a relationship?
Yeah, we talked for 1 week, and he really liked me. They started dating seriously. He got corona, got really sick, and then when he got corona, the reason he got it was because of where he works at in the hospital. I guess he wasn't supposed to that. When he got sick, he called me. He told me that he realized then that he loved me and he wanted to spend the rest of his life with me. And then January, that's when I got engaged.
How'd you meet him?
At school,
Okay. What do you do?
I'm also at school, so my major is economics, and I'm going the political route. I want to be in Congress.
Okay. Cool. This isn't going to work though. It's a week, love. A week. Nobody knows they want to be with you in a week. A week. It stinks of ulterior motive.
Seriously?
Yes. How old are you?
I'm in my 20s.
20 what?
25.
And he's how old?
He's 33.
33. Okay. Yeah. Nobody knows they want to be with you in a week. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Especially someone in their 30s. If you told me this was like a 21-year-old, okay, you can strike it up to like him just being naive. But him not being, you know, he say he's not a citizen, right? Not a U.S. citizen?
Yeah, he's not. He's
Okay.
not.
All right. Well, could be trying to get married to get
Get
citizenship,
papers.
right?
I thought about the same. I thought about that. I'm not gonna lie. It crossed my mind.
Right. It should cross. It should cross your mind a few more times because that's likely what's going on here. Him saying that a week is him trying to go ahead and formulate a relationship, right?
Yeah.
And then wanting to marry you, and then not talking to you for months. Does that sound like, or weeks? Does that sound like he loves you? He doesn't talk to you for a week.
And then I went as far as I was okay. You're gonna think I'm crazy, but like that girl was saying earlier, how she looks at actions over words.
Right.
I got to the point where I was gonna hire a law firm in his country to go do research on him to find out if he was married, had a family, all this other stuff. Just to catch on to
He's
see it. Because
definitely
you don't want to
married.
marry someone who has a secret family back home.
Oh, he's definitely married. For
Oh my
sure.
God.
For sure he's married. Probably has a few wives over there. Eve was probably married to him. Eva, can you confirm? Is this your husband, Eva, over there in Africa? Yes, this guy's married. More than likely. More than likely he is. 33. Yeah, man. I mean, he might not be, but if I was a betting man, absolutely. I would say he has a tan line on his ring finger that you ain't paid attention to. So, yeah, this is certainly, you might as well go ahead and wrap it up. There was no need to hire anybody. There's no need to invest the time, energy, or resources in that. This is likely, like, if you didn't tell me that, like, the biggest tells are the speed at which he wanted to enter a relationship with you, also him proposing, as well as that shows you there's something he's trying to accomplish. There's some degree of urgency here, right?
No, maybe I misspoke it. He wasn't urgent. He wasn't, because everything kind of came naturally. You see what I'm saying?
What came
It
naturally?
wasn't
You
really
said
urgent.
you said
That
a
one, if it was urgent, I would have been able to feel it. But I feel like it's more hesitant.
you
He
said
hesitates a lot. You see what I'm saying?
you said
That's where
a week in dating he
he's,
wanted to be in a relationship.
yeah, a week in dating, we got into a relationship. And it wasn't because he asked me. It just happened from talking. And then I asked him, and okay, one day he actually asked me, he was like, "What are you here for?" He's like, "Are you here because you don't say that?" He told me, "Don't say that you love me, because if you do, I know you're lying." He said, "If you say that you're here for money, because I'm in medical school," he's like, "I'll believe you. If you say that you love me and you're here for money, I'll more so less accept it. I'll be fine with that." Right? When he said that, I kind of sat there and I thought about it. I'm like, okay, I'll go with, love and money, because obviously I don't know you enough to tell you that I'm here because I love you. But at the same time, too, don't think that I'm only here for money. I can make money. You see what I'm saying?
That doesn't make
Like,
any
yeah,
sense. He said you just said you were here for love and money,
no, he asked me
and that's
if I was there for love and money.
and you said yes.
Because that was the three options he gave me. He said either love, which you will never believe me if I
And
say
and
that.
and how like we're already goofy. This is already goofy because the question he asked didn't make any sense. Okay, so you said love and money because he didn't give you another option that would make more sense than the other goofy options he gave you. Understood.
Exactly. So
So
I had to
so
say that.
so, but that was a week into dating.
No, that was a month into it.
Okay, but y'all already in a relationship.
Yeah,
Okay,
we were.
okay.
And like I said, if he didn't ask, it just
But
naturally
that's
flowed
what
that way.
that's what I mean. Urgent. A week into dating, you're in a relationship. It's urgent.
I see what you're saying.
That's urgent, right? Then he also proposed to you. Yeah, months down the road, but he still proposed to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when he went back to his home country, he magically can't talk to you for weeks at a time. That
Yeah.
sounds like relationship. That sounds like marriage, right? Where there's smoke, there's fire. Okay? You've seen a lot of smoke. There's so much smoke, I'm coughing. Okay?
Oh my God.
So there's literally fire here. Shit, the whole thing is
I
ablaze.
confronted him about that too, and he just goes off on me about it. Like, that's not. He's like, don't assume things about me, this and that. That's why I got down to some like, okay, I'm gonna hire a private investigator.
No, no need. No need. You just gotta move on, love. I promise you this does not end well. Promise you.
Okay.
Promise you. Okay?
Okay.
All right, dear. Well, you take care.
Thank you.
All right. She's definitely not leaving though, right? Definitely staying in that situation. That is unfortunate. Okay, last call. MDS, what's going on?
Hello.
Hi.
Well, I just had a quick question, but I want to kind of tell you just a little bit before I make my question. I've been single for just about 12 years, and I have been a little bit in the dating, some in person and some doing the dating apps, but it just doesn't seem to work out with me because some of my girlfriends tell me that I'm too nice, and their best advice is, you know what, you need to start treating men like crap. So that is my question.
Are they single?
Pretty much, yes.
Well, I would say they're probably not the authority on the situation, right? So that's your question. Should you treat men poorly?
Right.
No, you don't have to treat men poorly. Why do they say you're too nice?
Because the times that I've tried to date, I date for a few months and then, I've tried to take it for longer, and then I guess that because I've been single for so long, I'm very independent, and I just start feeling like, you know what, if you're not doing it for me, okay, let me do it for you. You know what I mean?
No, I don't. What are you doing for them?
Maybe like pushing things.
What do you mean pushing things?
Like maybe because I'm the giver. I'm very much of a giver.
Okay.
And with that, with being a giver, it's not just like the attention, the affection.
Okay. You're building this up. The anticipation is getting the best of me right now. What is it that you're doing?
I'm just doing everything that I do for myself for the other person.
Okay, give me specific examples.
Like let's say for example, this Valentine's this year, before I even got asked to go, you know what, for dinner for Valentine's, I said, hey, are we going out for Valentine's dinner?
Right.
I'm reading the comments and I'm...
Don't read the comments.
No
don't read the
giving
comments. Don't do
No
it.
giving money, no paying bills or nothing like that. I just feel like I'm not from my friends' comments, I feel like I'm not giving the time for them to to get where I want to get. Instead, I take them there. I'm not paying anybody's bills.
I need you to. You're speaking in an abstract way. I need you to like ground it and give me specific examples of what you mean.
Like planning dates.
Okay.
Planning the gym dates and stuff like that. Just planning everything for them.
Okay, so you're initiating.
Exactly.
Why are you initiating?
Because they take too long.
Okay, so you got to stop doing that, right? Because that could be off-putting because you're essentially taking, like, from a polarity perspective, one of the biggest problems with dating in general, I have to talk about this more. Polarity is like a foundational principle when it comes to attraction, right? And the biggest problem with dating right now is that we are depolarized. So there has to be a masculine pole and a feminine pole, right? So polarity is dictated by asymmetry. Do you know what I mean when I say that?
Yes.
Okay. So there needs to be contrast. So if you're a woman and you're leading, for polarity to be present, it means that they have to follow.
Okay.
So you're essentially taking the masculine pole, right?
That probably has to do with me being single for so long and so independent.
Right. Exactly. A lot of women who are hyper independent, they are depolarized in their relationships. And if you get with a man who is masculine, it's going to be off putting. You'll repel one another.
A little bit older than me, and I've tried dating lately younger than me to try to test it out to see what works better. But it just seems that they might enjoy what I do for a little bit, but then I might come off like I'm a little clingy, or that I am initiating things which makes me look masculine, or
right.
I don't know.
Right. Yeah. If clingy is a problem too, the bigger problem is the polarity.
Okay.
You have to let the man lead. And if he's like pussyfooting around it and not really doing it, then you're probably with the wrong person. But you have to let him play that role, right? So that's probably what your friends were getting at when they were saying that you're being too nice. Is that you're taking the responsibility off the shoulders of the man and you're shouldering it yourself.
Okay.
But you're shooting yourself in the foot by doing that.
And I did say I tried dating older than me, and I tried dating younger, but it just seems that it goes well for maybe it goes on for months, but then it's like, you know what, like after a few months it just doesn't work out anymore, and sorry about that. Like too much for them.
Right. Right. Yeah, the age isn't really gonna matter that much.
You think it doesn't matter?
There's a difference, but it's not going to matter that much.
Okay.
The biggest difference is, like, depending on how big of an age gap it is, if you go younger, they're probably not going to take you that seriously.
Okay.
So that's based on what you told me so far. I'm sure there's more to unpack, but the polarity aspect is going to be the biggest thing. It's going to be the biggest thing. It's an issue for both men and women. When I coach guys, I have to tell them not to take so long to initiate, right? Things that, like, women match with guys on a dating app and the guy wants to talk to them for a month before setting the date up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's problem on both ends. People don't really know how to play their position.
So no treating men like crap.
No treating men like crap, but there's a book called Why Men Love Bitches. I've not read it. I've skimmed it. But I've not read it.
That's interesting. Maybe I need to look into that.
But it's directionally accurate. What I mean,
and I've had that question in the back of my head, like, why do men like bitches? Just like you said it, because it feels like the some of the women that I know that act that way can have a lot more, and what I say by that is like more time dating or more fun, or I don't know. They just enjoy it a lot more than people that want to be in a serious relationship and want to be good.
Part of the reason why is because a good way that men bond is by putting effort in.
Okay.
Right.
And I see the interest. I mean, I do see the interest,
Right.
but it just seems like I don't know if it has to do with me being an Aries that we always want to lead.
Yeah, I wouldn't look at it that way. But yeah, it's like vasopressin is a neurochemical that men bond with when it comes to women, and it's released typically when there's some sort of challenge at play, right? So if you are mean, like your friends are suggesting,
Yeah, they say just be mean to them and just treat them like crap. And you know what? It's
yes,
going to turn around and it's going to work really, really good for you.
okay. But the problem with that is they're not a monolith, right? I'll give you the equivalent. The equivalent of that is telling men to love bomb women or um, engage in like push pull, be hot and cold, right?
Okay.
It works. It works. But guess
Well,
what?
I'm going to be honest.
Hold
It
on.
works for me because I
Hold
stay
on.
there when they do that to me. And I
Yes.
stay there a
Yeah,
little
hold on.
too long
Hold on, love. Hold
that
on. Hold on.
I end up falling
Love, hold on.
into something that isn't
Beloved,
going to work out.
hold on. Now I'm getting more data as to why these men are sticking around, right? You got to stop talking over me, okay?
Okay.
So it works on women who are insecure.
Oh, shoot.
Quality women, when I mean by quality, is women who work on themselves, who are more secure. It doesn't work on them. They remove themselves from that scenario. So let's flip it again. When you are mean to men, it works, but it works on men who are insecure. It does not work on quality men. You're mean to me, I block you,
Oh.
right?
Okay.
So that's the distinction. Now, where's the middle ground? The middle ground is just to have boundaries and stand 10 toes down on your boundaries.
Okay.
You're not being difficult just to be difficult. But if you need to be difficult because you have boundaries, then you can enforce them. You achieve the exact same result when you have boundaries. You achieve the exact same result when you have a way that you want to be engaged and you don't tolerate anything beneath that, as long as it's reasonable, right? You achieve the same aim. You don't have to be mean. You just aren't going for anything. And that gives you the exact same outcome. And now men who are more quality will respect you and probably have a bit more desire for you as well, right? That's the middle path. That's how you have to play it, right? It's deeper than that. It's partially an oversimplification, but like that's the approach that you would need to have. But like advice typically starts to falter when we start treating a gender like they're a monolith, like they're all the same, because there's levels, right? There's levels to it. There are women who will never, ever initiate a date with a man, right? And there's women who will, right? There's men who will wait forever to ask you out, and then there's men who will do it relatively quickly, right? Where there's differences in people. People are on different levels. So that's the main takeaway, love, that I would say is internalize this idea of polarity, right? And have your boundaries, but don't just be mean for the sake of being mean, because even if that does work, it's going to work on someone who you don't want to be with in the first place.
Okay.
Right.
Alrighty.
All right,
Thank
love.
you so much.
Best of luck to you, okay?
Thank you.
All right, no more calls. I feel like I've been clocking in a lot lately. Good questions this live. Good questions. Feel free to drop questions in the chat if you want. Appreciate you, Kiana. Appreciate drop some questions in the chat. I'll answer it there, but no more calls. If I didn't get to your call tonight, I'll be live again tomorrow at noon Eastern time. You can ask it there. Also 9 p.m. Eastern time. You can ask it there as well. But yeah, we had some good calls. What was y'all's favorite call tonight? What was y'all's favorite call? I definitely got to still work on like Shorty, who said buddy won't trying to sleep with her. I used to think you were like some of these shitty coaches, but you truly give great, honest advice. When did your perspective shift? Like, did it take me a long time to earn the respect? Yeah, I know if you scroll TikTok, you'll see a lot of guys and women doing the same thing I'm doing. There's levels to this shit, though. Okay? There's levels. You work tonight, coach. Appreciate you, love. Ebony, you always showing up late. See, that's why you got to stop joining these other people's lives. Come to this one. Come to where the heat is. You feel me? I felt there was 2 of those calls. 2 of what calls? This was insightful. I've been told to try less, not necessarily be mean, but I get the polarity thing. Polarity is a big one. It's worth some study. Polarity is a big one. My first time, I enjoyed it. I'm glad to see y'all enjoyed it. Definitely follow, because I go live every day, like I said. So definitely come back. Why do guys say you play too many games, then block you the next day? What are you doing? That would be my question. Like, so multiple men have said that to you? Sound like you're playing games, love. Like, what's going on? What are you doing? The guy that girl found another man was a good one. He was not forthcoming. You were very demoted. Yeah, Buddy definitely had some. He was definitely hiding something. I don't know what it was. He was hiding something. I'm like, this shit don't make sense. What do you mean? What do you mean? Y'all are arguing about people who follow you from high school 6 years into the relation. Come on. Who do you think I am? Yeah, I think you do a great job trying to fully understand. Yeah, appreciate you, Kiara. Kiara, we added you to the spreadsheet as well, by the way. I hope you know that. I don't know if I ever confirmed it with you, but you're definitely up there. If a guy make a date and don't mention anything about it, red flag. What do you mean, Ebony? Like he hasn't confirmed like the details? What if a guy blocks you and then unblock you and then plan a date the next day? What did he block you for? Do you know? I like the African man story. Right. How do we fix the social problems? Higher effort. It's really about the environment you put yourself in. Positioning matters, right? You don't have to be like autistic about it, but like it's good to reverse engineer. So what type of person, what kind of values would they have? Like kind of get clear on what kind of person you want and then reverse engineer what kind of environments they probably would go in and put yourself in those environments.